In this video, we're going to look at the MyMaths Indices 2 homework, and this time it's the page 2. So we're simplifying these expressions. We'll look at each of them in turn. So 5x to the power of 4 times by x to the power of 7. So I'll do some working at the side. This is the same as 5 times by x to the power of 4 times by x to the power of 7. Now, using your indices rules, you know you can bring these two terms together. So we will have 5 times by x to the power of, and if you're multiplying your indices, you can add your powers, so 4 plus 7. And that will give you 5 x to the power of 4 plus 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that will give you 5x to the power of 11. Second one, we can rewrite this. We'll write our numbers together. So we've got 2 times by 8 times by e to the power of 6 times by e to the power of negative 4. So I've got my numbers to the front and my letters after that. 2 times by 8 is 16. And then we've got e to the power of 6 plus minus 4. Multiplying your expressions, we're going to add those powers. And we'll be left with 16 e to the power of 6 plus minus 4 is 6 take away 4, which leaves us with 2. So we've got 16 e to the power of 2, or e squared. Okay, now we're dividing. So different rule, whenever you're dividing, you subtract your powers. So starting off, we'll have our 8 divided by 2. And then you've got your a to the power of 7 divided by a to the power of 4. I had a little bit more room. It's really nice to write divisions as fractions. So you'd have 8a to the power of 7 over 2a to the power of 4. And that can make it really nice and easy to see as well. I might do it for the next one. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And then you've got a to the power of 7 take away 4, because you're subtracting your powers this time. We've got 4a to the power of 3. 7 take away 4 is 3. So you've got 4a cubed. Write this one as a fraction just so you can see. So we've got 6c cubed divided by 3c to the power of 8. This is quite nice to see because you can just do your 6 divided by 3, which leaves you with 2. And then you've got c to the power of 3 take away 8 because you're subtracting your powers. And that will give you 2. C to the power of, now we're going to go into our negatives here. 3 take away 8 will bring us into our negative numbers. And that will give you minus 5. 3 take away 8 is minus 5. So 2 c to the power of negative 5. Okay, your next one. We're into our next rule, which is our brackets. So remembering your brackets mean you multiply your powers. So we have, always remember to square, in this case, because it's to the power of 2 outside the bracket, square the number as well as your expression that we've got. So 3 squared, m to the power of 4 times by 2, multiplying your powers. 3 squared is 9. 4 times by 2 is 8. So 9 m to the power of 8. Then we've got 3 squared again for this one. N to the power of 2 times by 2. 3 squared is 9. And 2 times by 2 is 4. So we've got 9 n to the power of 4. So those are using your multiplying rule, your dividing rule, and your brackets rule. We've got multiple things going at once. 3 last ones, but we just deal with them in stages. So let's deal with that top one first. So we've got 15 times by 16. And then we've got times by r to the power of 3 plus 10. So just going a little bit faster here. Being pretty confident with my rules at this point. And then we've got that divided by 12r to the power of 8. Okay. 15 times by 16, you can either go to the side and do a calculation, or it doesn't specify whether you're allowed a calculator, so I'm going to use my calculator for this one. 15 times by 16 gives us 240. R to the power of 13 divided by 12 r to the power of 8. Then we can do our division here. So 240 divided by 12. Well, 12 goes into 24 2 times, and then you've got your 0. So that goes in 20 times. 20. R to the power of 13, take away 8. And that will leave you with 20, 13, take away 8 is 5. So 20r to the power of 5. Your next one, again, let's deal with our 2 brackets in turn here. So we'll do 2 to the power of 7, s to the power of 2 times by 7, times by 2 to the power of negative 3, times by s to the power of 3 times by negative 3. Okay, then let's bring our numbers together rather than do that 2 to the power of 7. So we've got 2 to the power of 7 times by 2 to the power of negative 3. And then we've got our, oops, I would multiply. Yes, it is multiply, ignore me. Then we've got times by s to the power of 2 times by 7 is 14, times by s to the power of 3 times by negative 3 gives me minus 9. Okay, so I've tidied all that up, and now I'm back to my multiplying wheel where I can add my powers. So you've got 2, 7 plus minus 3, because they're both the same, times by s to the power of 14 plus minus 9. And that will give us 2 to the power of 7 take away 3 is 4, times by s to the power of 14 take away 9, it gives you 5. 2 to the power of 4, remember that's 2, times by itself 4 times. So you can either do 4 times by 4, gives us 16. 16 s to the power of 5, and we're done. And then very last one, we've got a fraction or a division again here. So let's deal with our bracket first, thinking about your BODMAS, rule that looks at all of our maths. 12t to the power of 7 times by, and we have 6 squared, times by t to the power of 3 times by 2, all over 18t squared. Okay, and then let's bring our numbers together. So we've got 12 times by 6 squared is 36, times by t to the power of 7, times by t to the power of 3 times by 2 is 6, and all over 18t squared. Now if you want to do this without a calculator, you could do your 12 times by 36, or you could start sort of simplifying down, because we know that 6 goes into 18 3 times, and 6 goes into 36 6 times, and then 3 goes into itself once, and into 6 twice. So what we're actually left with is 12 times by 2 in that top line, which is 24. We've got t to the power of 7 plus 6, and that's over t squared. And then finishing off here, we've got 24. T to the power of 7 plus 6 is 13, but we're dividing by t squared, so dividing, you take away your power, so take away that 2 from the squared, and that leaves you with 24 t to the power of 11. So 24 t to the power of 11, breaking up into those manageable chunks for you. And that's that one done.